So I did a film study on Everson Griffen versus Tyron Smith because I felt like we needed a little more context. But the one thing I forgot to do was kind of study him versus the Giants and the Washington Football Wizards. And, I didn't want to get stuck doing this too long because I don't really consider, Washington and the Giants to be like real rivals to us. Yeah, the Giants were at some point and Washington was at some point, but it seems like it's the Eagles that are pissing us off now. So I really just wanted to get into this long study of Everson Griffen versus the Eagles. And if you look at the game log, Everson didn't really put up numbers in this game. So that's another reason why I really just wanted to look at it. So, he had his wins and he had his losses, but just me kind of studying it or whatever, Everson Griffen did more in terms of pressure plays and, setting up things for other guys and, just some back effort plays, things like that. So I'm going to show you a little bit of that. I'm not going to give the Eagles props too long because I'm not the guy to give Eagles props, but they did a pretty solid job or just let me say Jason Peters did a pretty solid job of dealing with Griffen. But what I've learned about Everson is that the more the game goes on, the more he kind of gets in his bag. So he didn't necessarily, set the world on fire with his numbers in this game, but he did get pressures, he did get hits, and he was very involved. So let's talk about some of the good things that Everson Griffen did. Let's kind of look at one more play here. Just kind of getting pinned in right there. All right, cool. Let's talk about the good stuff that we got from Everson Griffen. Go take a look at this Everson Griffen right here. This doesn't go in the books as a tackle, but him kind of crashing that lane down to just kind of be available and just make it hard for the running back to navigate. Those plays are very important. You know what I mean? But he had a bunch of plays like that. Definitely in the passing game, he had a bunch of pressures and sort of quasi hits on Carson Wentz, but he did a lot of crashing of run gaps or whatever. Let's keep watching though. Take a look at Everson Griffen right here. Plays like this, right? It's not a sack, but the pressure that he put on Carson, like making Carson, kind of sweat a little bit, making Carson get the ball out of his hands. And look, I hate to give these guys credit for anything, man, but Carson just kind of stand alive, stand on his feet, getting the ball out of there. I don't think Carson is terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people think that he sucks. And I'm like, Carson don't suck. He just don't play 16 games all the time, right? But plays like this, like Carson did a lot to keep Everson Griffen from having a lot of numbers on the box score. But Griffen definitely had impact. Plays like this, right, where Griffen was, rushing outside, spin, win back inside, and, Carson would just kind of get away and just get the ball back downfield, right? Plays like that. Now, what's going to be interesting this year is that Dillard got hurt in practice the other day, tore his biceps, so he's out for the season. So they're either going to have a civilian at left tackle or they're going to just put Peters out there, and they'll have a civilian at right guard. You see what I mean? So, I don't want to see anybody hurt first and foremost, but that is going to be a blow to the Eagles. So however they however they address that on offense is going to be interesting to keep our eyes on. But if they put some civilian against Everson Griffen and Alden Smith to the outside, that'll be fun for us. If they put Peters on the outside, then our tackles will eat inside. And there was a part of me that was excited to play Andre Dillard this year because he doesn't handle power very well. Take a look at him on the left side of the screen here. Like he doesn't handle power very well at all. So like no matter what D lineman you put up against him, he would have to deal with that power. Now, this is an interesting play because, we get to whoop Dillard. We put Dillard into Carson Wentz's lap, and, it counts as pressure, but it doesn't count as a quarterback hit, and it doesn't count as a sack or anything like that. So, and the reason I'm doing this video and just kind of super explaining this because somebody actually hit me up. They looked at Griffen's numbers versus the Eagles and there wasn't much there. So just going back and doing my research, man, I just kind of had to put a hold on that. Griffen had a solid game. It's just that he didn't show up in the box scores, and that's fine because we got other guys that'll show up in the box scores. We got a lot of pass rushes that we feel pretty good about. But I'll take these hits and pressures all day. The YouTube Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Basically, that means more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/vochlombardiyt. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. Salute. Truth be told, man, a part of me mad as hell that we can't play against Andre Dillard this year, man, because it'll be a whole bunch of this. It'll be a whole bunch of running down the middle of that dude, man. Boy, oh boy, it makes me sick. But oh well, man, we'll just find our matchups and win some other kind of way. And I still have faith that whoever the hell playing left tackle, that we'll get our fair share of wins against them too. But boy, it was just exciting. It was just exciting. Look, man, running 77 out there was gonna be a party. But you know, it is what it is. Sadness. And I just wanted to save this play for the end because this play was fun. This wasn't necessarily something that I think is going to happen a whole bunch, or necessarily something that I foresee from Griffen this year. Oh, Griffin's so good on special teams, he's going to get his hands on 3 kicks this year. No, it's not like that. It's just that this play was against the Eagles and it was fun. And I like fun plays against the Eagles. Cowboy bias. I'm sorry. Say what you want to say. But I didn't want to hold y'all too long, man. I just wanted to put this video out. I did the Everson versus Tyron video. I thought it was fair to do it. Just to kind of give y'all an idea, versus the ops or whatever, So, hey, man, y'all like this, and hit the sub button and subscribe and notification gang and all that good stuff. Y'all hold it down for the Doski, Wolski, and the Peace. Till next time. Salute.